他都不知道谈恋爱是什么滋味了，特别想找一个能理解他的人好好谈。
A 38-year-old leftover woman, who was originally happy celebrating her birthday, even put on makeup to interact with online users to celebrate her 38th birthday. Unexpectedly, she was made to cry by a male online acquaintance. Let's take a look at what exactly this man said that touched the heart of this 38-year-old leftover woman. I think some women, seriously, may have been single for 5 or 6 years already, and they no longer even remember what it feels like to be in love, so they especially want to find a man who understands them and have a real relationship. But you need to understand, this is no longer realistic. It's because the kind of man you want, he's already married, you know that? That ideal type of excellent man you imagine in your heart, he's already someone else's husband, whether you want to admit it or not. The kind of man you like, he's already someone else's husband. I know you're going to ask me in return, how would I even know what kind of man you like? I know you're going to argue with me. To be honest, I don't even have to guess. The kind of man you find attractive, young girls also find attractive. What do you have to compete with them? As a 38-year-old woman, think about it. The kind of man you're interested in, do you really think younger girls wouldn't also want him? Do you think only you know what's good? Those younger girls aren't dumb either. So between you and them, there's inevitably a competitive relationship. The kind of man you want, those ideal types, are exactly the ones those younger girls also want. And a man like that definitely won't be lacking in options. Whether you admit it or not, you might say, actually, I don't ask for much. I'm not looking for a rich second-generation heir or anything. But no matter how you phrase it, the kind of man you leftover women find acceptable is exactly the same type younger girls find desirable. So what do you have to compete with? The second point is, the kind of man you're looking for, he's long been married. He couldn't possibly still be single and waiting around just for you. So honestly, you really came too late, and you need to accept this fate. Because you truly wasted your most precious time. You no longer have youth. You're 38 years old now, and the only choice left is to find a man who is ordinary but willing to accept you. But these types of men, they can also be warm, they can still spoil you, love you and cherish you. They're not bad. The problem is, you just can't accept the fact that your standards for choosing a partner have dropped significantly. See, even now, you're still arguing with me. You keep saying you won't accept a man who's just ordinary but loves and cherishes you. You keep insisting, you just want to find a man you like. But it's no longer up to you. You can't find that kind of man anymore. Even many young girls can't get the so-called perfect man in their minds. So many young girls say, "Oh my God, please bless me with a prince on a white horse." Even those 18, 19, 20-year-old fresh out of school girls think that way, and they didn't get such a prince, so why should you? You need to match yourself with someone who matches you. Human attraction is mutual. And you keep being stubborn saying, if I can't get the perfect man I want, then I'll stay single. But let me tell you, then you'll be single for the rest of your life. Are you ready for that? Looking at you it's clear, you're obviously not ready. Deep down, you're not prepared to be alone for the rest of your life. Every time you blow out your birthday candles, it's still just you. Every birthday, there's no one to share it with. In life you have so many things you want to say to a partner, but you don't have a boyfriend. There are things you can't tell your parents, right? And you can't tell your younger brother either. Some things, you can only tell a boyfriend. But you don't have a boyfriend in your life. So there are things stuck in your heart that you just can't say out loud. You have no outlet. That's why, you really need to repent. Seriously, you should truly reflect on yourself. How did you end up like this? You've never repented. You're just unyielding. You want to find a man you like. But did you ever do any preparation for that? Are you prepared? What you should be doing now is preparing to accept the kind of man you didn't like in the past, the kind of man you looked down on before. And then gradually start to like him, fall in love with him. That means, the kind of man you didn't like before, you can learn to like him over time. That is now your only path left.